Alright boys, you already know who it is. It's the Frogman on the Frogman YouTube channel. This is Fire Force Volume 22 review by Atsushi Okubo, also known as the creator of Soul Eater. This is Volume 22, inside of Omnibus number 8. Here's a few comments that I have about Fire Force Volume 22. Just to start off, I think that this is one of the best volumes in this entire story, and I won't be surprised if it continues to stand at the top of my list personally. When you think about a shonen manga, this volume is a peak example, a very peak example of shonen and what it means as a genre, as a trope, what it means for the events that are to occur in this volume. So first we're opening up to an orange. Orange is a standout panel. And you know, Atsushi Okubo always starts his volumes with a wide span shot of the actual setting, what's happening, and who's involved. In this instance, you've got Obi captured by the White Clads and people like Burns who are coming in to help capture him and facilitate him. And Shinra and obviously Joker are on top of this building trying to fight Burns to get to Captain Obi. Our second note up is a blue note. Blue notes are standout moments, and in this moment, this is a great devotional moment for Mr. Captain Burns. He will not stop praying. This man is devoted to God regardless of what he has seen and will continue to see. This moment of dedication and devotion, devoting his life to his faith and his God, very impactful. I really like this character. Here we go. The end of that chapter actually got a standout cliffhanger. That's what the pink ones are. You know the pink one. Standout cliffhanger. This would have been an insane cliffhanger to read weekly. Instructions given by Burns to let this infernal bug bite Captain Obi. And you turn just a few pages into the next chapter. Obi flexes out of it, bro. He's not affected by it. His skin is so hard, so tight, that the bug can't bite him. That's insane. That is insane, dude. That's insane. All right, here we go. Some shonen panels. I gave these ones orange. These are extremely cool panels. Just real quick, you get this fire shot of Arthur kind of crackling his plasma sword in front of Dragon here, and you've got the standoff panels where they're facing each other. Man, this standoff here was so fun, so exciting to read. As you can tell by our next note, Dragon and Arthur get a lot of panels. These are just a strong showing from Dragon. You get a strong facial structure drawing on this side, and on this page, you get the sound effect, Dragon, and you get the silhouette shot of Dragon here. He's breathing out it's like fire, but it's really like smoke in this instance. And the end of that chapter, you believe it or not, double noti, boys. We open up to a double noti. Arthur coming in fast with this slice. He's even bobbing and weaving out of the way. He's using Violet Flash, Death to Dragons. So Arthur does this giant attack on Dragon as the end of the chapter. I think that would have been a crazy cliffhanger. And it even got me. I put on here my note, cliffhanger got me. What does that mean? That means I flipped a page and said, damn, the chapter's over, boys. The chapter's over way too soon. All right, here we go. We're opening up to a blue. Blue notes are standout moments, like always. And I put on here the last panel is on 61. So 61 is this page, is this last little string of here. Dragon stays firm in who he is. He always refers to himself as Dragon. He is Dragon. He's not a dragon. He is Dragon. But of course, in Arthur's dumb mind, he hears Dragon. He gets excited. Boom! And this giant burst of energy goes through the sword. The sword gets huge and his power increases. Man, Arthur is so cool, guys. Here's our last note for that chapter. It's a pink. Pink is standout cliffhanger. Arthur using this move called Plasmantle, and it actually gives him a mantle behind him. It gives him the flowing cape. It's almost made out of the same plasma as his sword. Man, this looks sick. Arthur is so cool right here, guys. His fight against Dragon really keeps you engaged. This is shonen out the freaking wazoo, boys. Fire Force is on fire, always. Bam! Bam! Almost full double page spread of Dragon here, and he's showing that, you know, this arm over here, his body's going hard. He's got a tail coming off the back. He's almost got like wings later on. He's able to infernify his body to make it more durable and more hard, and he looks almost as like a real dragon. Badass panel of dragon and his powers. Here's the next one, boys, and you know it's a good one. This is Dragon Vanquishing Holy Sword from Arthur. Man, full page spread. Man, just gas. The note just says gas, bro. Excalibur. He looks so sick right here, guys. Then you turn the page. There's a giant slash attack coming from Arthur down here. Kind of hard to tell in the physical release. Arthur's down here doing this giant slash attack on Dragon. Dragon just seems to take it. Dragon just takes it, and he brushes it off. Insane character, man. You turn the page one more time, bam! Arthur's arm gets all busted up. There's a giant cut in his shoulder here. Crazy cliffhanger, crazy artwork. Arthur is a little bit out of his league here, but it's not like he's completely getting stomped, which is good, because Arthur is pretty strong, and we want him to stay caught up with Shinra. At least I do. Now, blue standout moment. This is just a cool Joker attack. 4 of a kind down here. This is badass. You get Joker throwing these cards at Burns while Shinra's fighting him also. And this 4 of a kind is just a cool attack. The way his hand is shot out and the cards come out beside it. Unfortunately, Joker didn't do quite as much in this altercation as Shinra did. Shinra kind of did all the work. Here's our next blue. Blue is a standout moment. Anti-heroes like me who live their lives in the shadows don't change anything. And then you cut to Shinra. Boom! He's flying down super fast. Heroes do. And Shinra slams down on Burns with his foot. But Burns uses Voltage Nova and it shoots out from the ground and everything explodes. Burns goes stage 3 on the next page and you keep going. This is our next orange note. Shinra hits him with the corner. Full page spread here. Man, I didn't even think about the corner. I didn't even think that was a possibility. I forgot about it. Holy crap, how did I forget about it? That was so sick. Here's the end of that chapter. This is a pink note. Pink is for the cliffhanger. On my note, I put, this is what we read manga for, boys. And we young soldiers, we have our pride too. A kid and an old man butting heads? Never in history have these battles concluded until the kid triumphs over the old man. And you get Shinra, he's smiling, he's excited to fight Mr. Burns here. Captain Burns, his eye patch is on fire. Burns is in stage 3 or stage 4 at this point. God, dude. The tension, the shonen fights. Oh my God, dude. This volume was fire. So fire. Here we go, we got an orange, no note on it, just an orange. It's kind of self-explanatory. This full page spread right here is really awesome. You get Burns and Shinra down at the bottom. They've busted through all the floors while Obi's still on top of the roof flexing, so that way the bug does not bite him and turn him into an infernal. Gosh, this scene is ingrained in my head. It's hard to forget, and that is a good thing. Here's another orange. In my orange, I just wrote hard as fuck, boys, hard. This sequence here. Shinra's being thrown back in this moment, and he's losing his balance, but the way Shinra dances, Shinra uses his moves like he's almost breakdancing, and he's able to catch himself, and just all the different body shots here, and the way that he still runs up back on Burns, and he keeps landing a lot of kicks on him. Super cool sequence, awesome paneling, awesome designs of Shinra in that moment. And we're gonna push forward in this same chapter. We get this blue moment here. Deep inner monologue. And there you have Shinra and Burns. They're fighting. Burns is thinking to himself, is that all your pride amounts to? Shinra doesn't realize that Burns is the main thing that stands in his way. And in this moment, Burns has been fighting Shinra with nearly all he's got. At the end of this fight, Shinra gets the upper hand. Before going into the fight, you would never assume that that's possible. But I think that's the reason Burns is doing what he's doing. Burns wants to test Shinra and push him as far as he can. Smart dude, man. Very smart dude. We're going to keep pushing forward. So fire. I put on this note. This is an orange standout panel. I was talking about this panel here. Burns grabs Shinra's head on top and he punches him in the face with his other hand. Shinra just does his classic smirk, man. And he grabs the arm and he shoots his legs out. Oh my God. And the legs hit him in the face. The legs hit Burns in the face. God, dude. This was so fire. This whole sequence, this whole fight, unbelievable. Especially this cliffhanger here. This is a S-class cliffhanger. How dare you insult me? I welcome youth's wrath with open arms. Burns tells Shinra as they're fighting. Man, Burns was a legendary character, man. So cool. I've always liked his design. Here we go, we're gonna push forward just a tad. We're gonna open up to a blue note here. On my note I wrote, gotta have scenes like this in shonen. What am I talking about? We're talking about this right here. This inner monologue. I must protect Sho and Company 8. I must protect my family. And if that means I gotta kick the world's ass, or even God's, then kick their asses I will. Awesome inner monologue from Shinra right here. And then you cut over to Sho, and Sho has these kind of goosebumps like effects on him. He feels something. Gosh, man, this was such a fire volume. Open up to another orange. Just every panel on here is fire. You get Shinra shooting out of this blast here. Burns slowly stepping forward. He's marching forward. He's using voltage nova, and he umps it up to stage 4. Gosh. And then finally they hit. Bam! The loud sound effect right here. Bam! Where he hits Captain Burns. Flip one more page. We got a blue. I put the blue on this one. I've always liked Burns. Always. He will be the Lion of the Empire. Dude, this character is so exciting, so cool. I really want to see the end of this character. As you'll see in the end of this volume. Gosh, man. Heartbreaking character. The Voltage Nova, stage 5. Crazy. Crazy way to end this chapter, especially considering you open the next one and you get an orange. And on my note, I just wrote, what am I looking at? This is stage 5 of Burns, and he's got this giant fire lion mane. And he's covered in this fire. Gosh, dude. Awesome panel. Awesome panel for Fire Force. Here we go, full double page spread. First one in a while. Okubo has no mercy. Boys, this shot of Shinra finishing Burns is so sick. He leaves the corner down here on Burns' chest where he was kicking him. Man, I set this as my desktop background. This is so fire. Here we go, we got a blue. I just wrote on my notes here. Emmy award winning scene. Burns is talking to Shinra. I left my eye in the past and all I can see is ruin. Let me see you change that. Shinra is thinking to himself. And Burns keeps saying, let me see you get stronger than the world. And you see the light's shining down on him at the bottom of this building. Gosh, dude. And then you get this terrible moment. Gosh. He gets impaled, boys. He gets impaled. Why is that such a terrible moment? Well, you see, when I first got Fire Force, I ordered 5 omnibuses. That is 15 volumes. The last one of which is in here. And this book was on top of the package when I got it, and I stabbed it with the knife. I didn't realize while opening the package. So there's a cut on the first 2 or 3 pages of this book. And on top of that, I just knew it. I knew it since I did that. I said, this character is gonna get stabbed in the chest or something. And look what happens, man. Look what happens. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we got a blue. This is shonen. This is here for a significant reason. Iris is being shown here for a significant reason. They're talking about doppelgangers. It flashes to Iris in this moment. Iris is going to be integral in the doppelganger situation. Mark my words, boys. Mark my words. I'm going to keep pushing forward. Crazy last moment for Burns. He's talking to God and he's saying, I've never prayed for anything in particular, but please. This is his last prayer, please. This is his last prayer. Please, he ends off. Man. Here we go, the last one of the volume ending cliffhanger. The introduction of Moonlight Mask, gambling, and fistfights are mi amours. Who is this character? We will find out next time. What happens next time? Well, you'll have to find out in Fire Force Volume 23 review. This has been the Frogman. I'm out. Support the official release, Kodansha Comics.